Good evening and welcome along to the latest British Speedway Monday Night Speedway broadcast. Hope you're all continuing to keep safe and well. We have got a very special treat for you indeed in a few moments' time. But as ever, do keep up with all the latest news and views on the official British Speedway website. That is speedwaygb.co.uk, and plenty of content being uploaded to our social media channels as well right now. Give us a follow on Twitter at SpeedwayGB. You can search SpeedwayGB on Facebook, like the page on there. Give us a follow on Instagram at Official British Speedway. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search Speedway Great Britain. Now, our Monday Night Speedway broadcast series, last week we went back to 2008, so 12 years. This time around, we are heading back just over 24 hours, and it really was great to have live Speedway back yesterday at the Eddie Wright Raceway, the home of the Scunthorpe Scorpions, for round one of the 2020 British Youth Championships. And a big crowd in attendance in terms of the numbers that were allowed due to the COVID-19 safe restrictions and pre-purchase tickets. And what an evening of racing the British youngsters delivered as well. So we are going to have the full 500cc class with plenty of names that you will already know, and we are also going to show you the final, of course, of the 500cc, as well as the 250cc, the 125cc A group, and also the support class from the 125cc's as well. So plenty of action coming your way, and let's run you through the full lineup for the main event of the 500cc's first of all. So at number one, it was Jordan Palin with Harry McGurk going at number 2. Elliot Kelly was at 3 with Archie Freeman at number 4. Dan Thompson was at 5. At number 7, Joe Thompson with Mickey Simpson at number 8. At number 9, it was Sam McGurk with Katie Gordon at number 10. And rounding up the 500cc lineup at number 11, it was Sam Hagan. Now, we have got some special action coming your way, and full credit to all the youngsters involved, and of course the people at Scunthorpe who ran the meeting superbly yesterday as well. But before we do go racing and head to heat number 1, commentator Dave Rowe caught up with Young Lions chief Neil Vatcher.
Neil Vatcher, thankfully, after the year we've had, Speedway is back. You must be really excited about the prospects for today. Oh,
absolutely, so excited, honestly, Dave. You wouldn't believe it. We've had a massive build-up to this meeting this week. There's been so much interest. Obviously, I appreciate there's no league racing, but it's been so exciting, and we're absolutely delighted we're here. There's actually people watching, which is amazing. The weather's come out for us at Scunthorpe, and we're really looking forward to it.
You've been briefing the riders. Is there anything they've got to take account of that's different to normal?
Not really. Just brief the riders that, unfortunately, unknown to us yet whether there's going to be further rounds. So the possibility today might be like a one-off British final. Everyone knows that their points today will be classed to possibly a British Championship if there is no other round. So it's a big day for them.
And the 500cc class looks very exciting. Several riders who would have been in the National League or even the Championship this season, so it's a strong lineup.
Oh, it's massively strong. I've been doing the programme all week and looking at the heats, and sort of typical Speedway, there's absolutely no easy races, and it's probably fair to say this is the strongest lineup that the British Youth Championship has probably ever had.
And what do you think going forward? Presumably people will be looking at today and what happens as to whether we can get further rounds of this and indeed other meetings in the months to come. Yeah,
we're obviously here to be showcased today. I'd personally like to thank the Scunthorpe promotion for all the hard work that they've done today, to put this on, and obviously sold the tickets. We obviously understand that we're here, as I say, being showcased in front of British Speedway and possibly even the government. So, exciting day for everyone.
Thanks, have a great day. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
So under blue skies and sunshine at the Eddie Wright Raceway, the 500cc section of the British Youth Championship gets underway. Great to see a crowd here enjoying the action, about to enjoy a packed day of racing as Speedway comes back. The Ben Fun Bonanza back in March here at the Eddie Wright Raceway, and we've had to wait all the way until August for this grassroots meeting to take place. Let's hope it's a massive success. Heat 1 of the 500cc sees Joe Thompson riding in red, Harry McGurk goes in blue, Mickey Simpson in white, and Archie Freeman rides in yellow. Graham Flint is the referee. The start marshal gets the riders into the line, and here we go with Heat 1. Takes flare up, away they go, and Joe Thompson off the inside. time, makes a good start ahead of Harry McGurk. Nicky Simpson and White goes wide around turns 1 and 2, so Archie Freeman comes through on the inside. Harry McGurk goes charging inside Joe Thompson, but then goes down on that top turn. Joe Thompson maintains the race lead, and Harry McGurk, I think, is going to clear the track as the race continues. It's Thompson with the advantage. Battle on for second and third with Freeman moving inside Simpson. Good job by McGurk to clear the track, and they're battling away for second and third. Simpson back inside Freeman into bend 3. Freeman turns it back for the inside once more. Joe Thompson of the Leicester Lions and Lion Kills well clear out front. The real scrap on for second. Nicky Simpson has it so far over Archie Freeman. Around turns 3 and 4 they come. Joe Thompson now with a convincing advantage after Harry McGurk went down on lap 1 with that big move down the inside. Nicky Simpson still holds second place from Archie Freeman. Looks like a good start here by the former 125cc champion Joe Thompson, who race leads round turns 3 and 4 for the final time over Simpson, with Freeman third. It's Joe Thompson who wins the opener here at Scunthorpe. Joe Thompson takes heat 1 from Nicky Simpson, with Archie Freeman in third place. Good start there by Thompson off the inside gate, but Harry McGurk had a right go on the first lap and he dived through on the inside into bend 3 and 4, but then came down. Thankfully the other boys avoided him, and a good job by McGurk to clear the track and allow the race to continue. And in the end, the battle for second saw Nicky Simpson get the better of Archie Freeman. But Joe Thompson, the winner of the opening race here at Scunthorpe. Jordan Pagan rides in red in heat number 2 of the 500s. Of course, riding, or would have been riding for the Scunthorpe Scorpions this year in the championship, is Elliot Kelly going in blue, recently signed as an asset of the Kings Lynn Stars. Sam McGurk, the youngest rider in the field at just 14, rides in white, and Dan Thompson rides in yellow, his first appearance of the meeting. So interesting lineup ahead. Certainly Pagan, the defending champion, Dan Thompson very much also expected to be up there. Joe Thompson too after a win in heat 1. Here we go with the heat 2 of the 500s. Pagan inside Kelly, gate 2, McGurk gate 3, and Thompson gate 4. But that is a tape breaking, and the red lights come straight on from the referee. And it looks like the yellow exclusion light was shining. Yes, Dan Thompson in yellow, and that will be a 15-metre penalty. So not what he would have wanted, especially going up against Jordan Pagan, one of the fellow pre-meeting contenders. In fact, Jordan Pagan has gone to the 15-metre handicap initially, and I must admit my initial thought was that he may have moved, and it will. Yes, it is. In fact, it's both. Is it both Reading? No. Well, now we have a lot of confusion, because now we've got Dan Thompson coming back to the start line and Jordan Pagan coming back into gate 1. So I think even the riders themselves were a bit confused as to who touched the tapes. At the moment, they're all 4 at the start line, but the announcement went out and the exclusion light went on for Dan Thompson to go back off 15. So the referee Graham Flint making his first decision of the afternoon, and it will be to penalise the Leicester youngster and put him back off 15 metres. So we'll come back bid on now for him. Confusion prior to this second race of the 500s, but it will be Pagan, Kelly and Sam McGurk going from the gate, and Dan Thompson in yellow off the outside from the 15-metre handicap. Start Marshal gets the 3 riders into line for this second race of 500cc action here at Scunthorpe, and a very short hold away they go. Pagan makes the gate from the inside. Elliot Kelly in blue as Thompson goes powering through on the inside. Can he make it from 4th to 2nd in one fell swoop? He's moved aside Elliot Kelly, and Dan Thompson has come through from 4th to 2nd in the space really of half a lap. Whether he can catch Jordan Pagan there, we'll have to wait and see. There's trouble for Sam McGurk, who's come to a stop at the back, so not a good start to the meeting for the McGurk brothers, but out in front Jordan Pagan with Dan Thompson in 2nd place, Elliot Kelly in 3rd, and Pagan off the inside gate, one of his chief rivals, Dan Thompson, going back off 15 metres. So you would expect Pagan to bring it home from here, the defending champion on home territory. Both these riders have done several laps of this track in practice, as much practice as they can over the lockdown period since the restrictions were eased. And on to the last lap, it's Jordan Pagan who still race leads from Dan Thompson, with Elliot Kelly in 3rd, and Sam McGurk is pushing the bike back back across the centre green. But it's going to be a perfect start here for Jordan Palin off the inside gate. The Scunthorpe rider and also the Bellevue Colt. Jordan Palin wins heat number 2. Second place goes to Dan Thompson coming through from 15 metres back, and Elliot Kelly in third place in blue. Strong first bend by Dan Thompson, who made up the 15 metres pretty quickly, came steaming down the inside and made it through from 4th to 2nd up the back straight. There was trouble for Sam McGurk, but a win for Jordan Palin in heat number 2.
Jordan Palin, first today, Jordan Palin. Jordan's time 59.96.
So moving on to heat number 3, and Sam Hagan rides in red, Katie Gordon goes in blue, Archie Freeman in white with a third place first time out, and Joe Thompson, a winner from his first ride, he goes in yellow. Just awaiting Archie Freeman, the rider in white, who I think is just making his way onto the circuit, which has been very well prepared indeed. They were watering quite heavily before start time. The sun has come out in the last couple of hours after an overcast day to that stage, but track riding very well indeed, as you expect here at Scunthorpe, and Archie Freeman comes into line. So Sam Hagan, the 250 winner last year, moving up to the 500s this year, he rides in red, Katie Gordon in blue, Archie Freeman white, and Joe Thompson goes in yellow. Here we go with heat 3, away, a good start in yellow from the outside by Joe Thompson, gets across from gate 4 and race leads. Archie Freeman in white going through in the second place with Sam Hagan in third, and Joe Thompson looking to try and make it 2 rides and 2 wins, and certainly made a terrific start there from the outside gate, got across quite easily from gate 4. He has it over Archie Freeman. Sam Hagan riding in third place with Katie Gordon out the back. And looks good here for Joe Thompson, who, like his brother Dan, would have been making the big step up into the championship this year with Leicester. Turned 16 back in April. Several of these riders in the 500s turned 16 earlier this year. We're looking to have a good season in both the National League and the Championship in the case of the Thompsons and Jordan Palin. But Joe Thompson having to wait for his chance in that league, but also trying to make a big bid for the Youth Championship along with his brother. Palin also expected to be a big threat. Looks fairly comfortable here, but Archie Freeman keeping Joe Thompson on this round, turns 3 and 4 for the final time, and it's Joe Thompson to take the flag and take victory, and that's 2 rides and 2 wins for Joe Thompson, winning heat number 3. Archie Freeman in second place, Sam Hagan third, and Katie Gordon come through at the back in that race number 3. That is 6 points out of 6 for Joe Thompson. He's seen his brother touch the tapes in his previous ride and drop a point when he lost out to Jordan Palin. So Joe Thompson, the early leader, 2 rides and 2 wins.
Second, right.
Heat 4 then, Harry McGurk riding in red, Sam McGurk in blue, it's Dan Thompson in white, and Jordan Palin goes in yellow. Good to see Harry McGurk back up after his crash in his first ride. I think he may have been caught out by the watering of the track on the third bend and got it wrong on the inside, but he's okay to ride again here in red. His younger brother Sam in blue, and then Dan Thompson, who touched the tapes first time out, he goes in white, and Jordan Palin, a winner in his first ride, he goes in yellow. Heat 4 of the 500cc class then gets underway, and it looks like Palin has just about got the gate over Thompson into the first bend. They are neck and neck though out of bend 2, and Palin gets the advantage over Dan Thompson with Harry McGurk in third place, Sam McGurk out the back. Really good start there by Jordan Palin from the outside, just got across in front of his rival Thompson, and he now race leads on his second lap. And the fastest winning time of the early stages too, so Jordan Palin clearly very keen indeed to retain his title. This the first round of an unknown number of rounds. Hopefully we'll see more as the season goes on, but Jordan Palin looking fast and stylish out front, heading home. Dan Thompson, it's Harry McGurk in third place, Sam McGurk, who is the youngest rider in the field, he's at the back. It looks very good indeed here for Palin so far. Very fast start from the outside, controlled it on turns 1 and 2. Early challenge by Dan Thompson, but got the better of him on the second turn, and Jordan Palin race leads now around the third and fourth bends for the final time, and it will be a second race victory there for Jordan Palin. Palin wins heat 4 ahead of Dan Thompson, and Harry McGurk in third place with his brother Sam McGurk out the back. So 6 points out of 6. Jordan Palin joins Joe Thompson on that 6-point mark. The Scunthorpe rider takes the victory, takes the flag in heat number 4. It is a good ride and a good win for Jordan Palin over Dan Thompson, with Harry McGurk in third place. Heat 5 features Elliot Kelly riding in red. It's Mickey Simpson going in blue, Joe Thompson in white, and Sam Hagan goes in yellow. Joe Thompson with 6 points so far. Elliot Kelly third place first time up. Mickey Simpson picked up a second, and Sam Hagan also a third place. Sam Hagan, who should have been with the Kent Royals this season, of course suffered a pre-season injury, which when he came off a motocross bike, but thankfully back to full fitness and racing in yellow in this heat number 5. So Kelly inside, Simpson gate 2, Joe Thompson gate 3, and Hagan off the outside, and Joe Thompson in white gets to the bend just in front of Sam Hagan, who goes wheel to wheel round turns 1 and 2. Good battling there as Sam Hagan almost makes it round the outside, now tries to make that move on the third bend as well. Joe Thompson maintains the advantage. Sam Hagan tries to turn back into the second lap and tries to move down the inside. Great battle out front, still being held by Joe Thompson with the lead. Looks over his left shoulder because Sam Hagan is really fast in second place. Elliot Kelly in third with Mickey Simpson out the back, and now Joe Thompson begins to pull clear midway through the race, but a real strong battle there, and Sam Hagan giving it plenty on the first couple of laps, trying to make his way through. He tried the outside in the early stages, then tried a switch back into the second lap. Now Joe Thompson is pulling clear, and now Elliot Kelly beginning to move in to try and challenge Sam Hagan with 1 lap to go. It's Thompson with the advantage, trying to make it his third win of the meeting so far. Scrap on for second place. Looks like Sam Hagan has control of that second place over Elliot Kelly. Mickey Simpson out the back as they come off the final bend, and Joe Thompson makes that 3 rides and 3 wins, but a good scrap there with Sam Hagan in the early stages. Sam Hagan off the outside trying to go round him off for turn 2, and then switching back for the inside as well, repelled by Joe Thompson for that first couple of laps, and he came through for the victory. So 3 more points there for Joe Thompson, 2 for Sam Hagan, and Elliot Kelly holding third place over Mickey Simpson.
Heat 14 first. Result of Heat 14 first in white, Joe Thompson.
Moving on to heat number 6, and Katie Gordon rides in red, Dan Thompson goes in blue, Jordan Palin in white, and Harry McGurk rides in yellow. So we've seen Joe Thompson win his opening 3 rides. Are we going to see Jordan Palin do likewise? As once again he goes up against Dan Thompson, who rides in blue, Palin in white, Harry McGurk off the outside, Katie Gordon off the inside. Here we go with heat number 6, and again it's a good start in white by Palin, and Dan Thompson almost alongside him but can't quite get through. On the back straight they go, and Palin just about gets above Thompson. It's that third bend. Look at the run around the outside here by Harry McGurk, who's really got wound up, and Harry McGurk almost makes it round. In fact, he goes second in front of Thompson, back inside him into the second lap. Harry McGurk tries the outside once again. It's Palin out in front and Thompson in second, but McGurk tries the inside now, switching back on bend 3. Great scrap for second and third, just behind Jordan Palin, who race leads onto his second lap. It's Dan Thompson still maintaining second. Now Thompson trying to regain ground on Palin on the third lap, and he goes for the outside move on the third and fourth bend, and does Palin? No, he's there. Palin holds it tight off the fourth bend. Dan Thompson trying to go round him as they start the last lap. Super action here in heat 6, and still Dan Thompson trying to go round Jordan Palin. He will win round the room, not quite. It's still Jordan Palin from Dan Thompson. It's McGurk in third. 1 last pass around the outside by Thompson. Palin holds tight. Palin gets it. Palin wins it. Second place Dan Thompson. Third spot goes to Harry McGurk with Katie Gordon at the back. Tremendous stuff there. Good battle initially with Harry McGurk trying to pass Dan Thompson, and then Dan Thompson threw all he could to Jordan Palin, and Jordan Palin just managed to hold him off and make that 9 points out of a possible 9 so far. Great stuff there in heat 6, and a third win for Jordan Palin. So heat 7 features Sam McGurk riding in red, Archie Freeman in blue, Sam Hagan goes in white, and Elliot Kelly goes in yellow. It's actually heat 21 of the meeting as a whole. We just had a break for track grading and track watering. Track conditions have been superb here this afternoon, really no dust at all on what's a warm and breezy afternoon, and we look forward now to heat number 7. Palin and Joe Thompson unbeaten on 9 points. Let's see who can begin to catch up. Heat number 7 gets underway, and Elliot Kelly from the outside, and also Archie Freeman in blue from gate number 2, and Freeman gets it with Kelly trying to make his way on the outside. Great ride there by Elliot Kelly. He takes the advantage over Archie Freeman. Sam McGurk is in third place with Sam Hagan at the back. That was a super ride. Elliot Kelly gets the advantage. Freeman in blue again tries the inside run, and then has to really get out of it there off the second bend. Good avoidance there from Archie Freeman. That could have been quite nasty if he'd clattered into Elliot Kelly. So Kelly race leads on to his third lap. It's Freeman in second place, Sam McGurk in third, and the battle continuing for that to third place, and Sam McGurk maintains it from Sam Hagan. But it looks good here for Elliot Kelly, the Milton All rider who's just hooked up with Kings Lynn as an asset in the last week or so. 16 years of age, and he leads up the back straight for the final time. But Archie Freeman moving in once again to try and make a late challenge. Should be Elliot Kelly here as he comes off the fourth bend, and it will be Elliot Kelly to win heat 7 from the fast challenging Archie Freeman. Sam McGurk in third place over Sam Hagan. Well, there was one very awkward moment indeed there for Archie Freeman, who had to jam on the brakes effectively off the second bend to make sure he didn't run into his rival. Did so very effectively indeed, and Elliot Kelly therefore takes the victory out of heat 21. Good ride there to make it through to the front on the opening lap. He gets his first win of the meeting and moves on to 5 points. Heat 8 with Mickey Simpson riding in red. Sam Hagan goes in blue, Harry McGurk in white, Katie Gordon goes in yellow. No doubt Harry McGurk, the most experienced of the riders in this race, in the white helmet colour. Had a year with Cradley last year and was due to line up for Bellevue Colts this season. Of course, got his day off to about start with a fall in his first ride, so Harry McGurk with a couple of points so far. Sam Hagan has got 3. Mickey Simpson with a couple to his name, and all trying to find a fourth place really in the final, where the Thompsons will be in and Pagan will be in. Who will be the fourth rider in the final? Away they go with this heat number 8. It's tight to the first bend as Sam Hagan contests it with Harry McGurk, and Sam Hagan moves him aside, but he can't move him aside. In fact, as Harry McGurk makes it around the outside into the third bend, and he takes the advantage over Sam Hagan, with now Mickey Simpson trying to make his way around the outside. The battle again in heat 8. Harry McGurk has got himself fresh air up front for the first time this afternoon, and the strap is on for second place with Sam Hagan in blue. Mickey Simpson now moving for the inside in red, trying to make his way through, and they are neck and neck, and there's contact there as they start the third lap, and Sam Hagan is sent out wide as Mickey Simpson tries to barge his way through, but back around the outside comes Sam Hagan and retakes that second place. They are wheel to wheel, still scrapping away off the fourth bend behind the clear race leader Harry McGurk, who leads on to his last lap. It's Sam Hagan second, Mickey Simpson still battling hard in third, and it looks like that's the way they'll finish. So Harry McGurk, after a tough day, is going to look like he's going to win on the board here in heat number 8. He takes the flag in heat 8, still battling for second place. It's Sam Hagan taking it from Mickey Simpson, and Harry McGurk, after falling on turn 3 in his first ride, then a couple of third places, does get a win to his name in heat 8, and a fine scrap for second place between Sam Hagan and Mickey Simpson, because they actually made contact halfway through that race, but both stopped on, no problems there, and Sam Hagan came through and took that second place. Heat 9 and the Thompson Twins on track together. Dan Thompson riding in red, Joe Thompson in blue. It's Elliot Kelly in white, Sam McGurk in yellow. Of course, this format has to be put together basically meeting by meeting, depending on how many riders are competing, and also to make sure they have equal gate split as well, so you don't always find the riders necessarily meeting each other during the qualifiers. We do have a final for the big scorers. First time that Dan Thompson and Joe Thompson have been on track together, and they will be up against Jordan Palin in the final, definitely, and one other as well. Could be Elliot Kelly, depending on what happens here in this one. Away they go, and it's the Thompsons together, but Elliot Kelly tries to make the move around the outside, gets left nowhere to go there, and through on the inside goes Sam McGurk briefly. Dan Thompson takes the advantage now, with Joe Thompson trying to regain ground around the outside. Well, Elliot Kelly got left nowhere to go from Joe Thompson on turns 1 and 2, and now Joe Thompson trying to get the better of Sam McGurk. It's Dan Thompson out in front. Looks like his brother's now going second. He is. Joe Thompson into second place, but Sam McGurk battling away hard in third. The youngest rider in the meeting. He's trying to make his way back through on the inside. Looks like Joe Thompson has beaten him, but Dan Thompson out in front of Joe Thompson. Still Sam McGurk battling hard in third, with Elliot Kelly at the back, who've really got a rough first bend indeed as they start the final lap, and Dan Thompson came through in that very competitive first lap indeed. He race leads, picks up drive off the second bend, leads for the back straight for the final time. Joe Thompson in second place, Sam McGurk in third. Very competitive stuff indeed. And heat 9 is won by Dan Thompson over Joe Thompson, with Sam McGurk in third place and Elliot Kelly out the back. Very hard first bend indeed. These lads are only 16 years of age, and they were giving it some on the first bend, with Joe Thompson taking Elliot Kelly out wide. Sam McGurk came charging through. 14 years of age is young Sam, and he came through to threaten early on, but eventually Dan Thompson taking the victory, and Joe Thompson coming through for second place. Good stuff there in heat number 9. So heat 10 to complete the 500cc qualifiers, with Archie Freeman riding in red, the unbeaten Jordan Palin in blue, Katie Gordon in white, and Mickey Simpson goes in yellow. We've seen Joe Thompson lose his unbeaten tag in the previous race to his brother, so can Jordan Palin go through the card from 4 rides here? He rides in blue. The Thompsons will be in the final, and we have Elliot Kelly above Harry McGurk and Sam Hagan on the countback. Away they go then for heat number 10, and Palin in blue gets the advantage, with Mickey Simpson in yellow trying to get round Archie Freeman as they battle for second and third. But Palin here has the advantage. Freeman tries the inside run in red, covered off by Palin, who leads on to his second lap. It's Freeman in second place, Simpson in blue. The second place here for Freeman will take him above the riders on the 7-point mark and take him into the final on 7. So useful second place on the way here for Archie Freeman, who's been consistent so far. Jordan Palin has been very consistent so far, making fast starts. He's seen off the challenges that have been offered to him. They have one more big challenge to come in the final of this opening round of the Youth Championship. 1 lap to go here in heat 10. Going to be good news here for both of the front 2 riders. Jordan Palin leads on to his last lap. Archie Freeman doing what he has to do, which was to add points to outscore the riders currently on 5. This will move him on to 7. So come round to turns 3 and 4 for the final time, and a convincing win. And 12 out of 12 for Jordan Palin, who wins it. Second place is Archie Freeman, who would have been a Newcastle gem this year in the trophy, and he gets the second place there to move on to 7 points. That will also be enough for a final place for Archie Freeman, and Mickey Simpson heading home at Katie Gordon for third place. So Jordan Palin gets his 4th win. He'll be in the final with the Thompson Twins and Archie Freeman.
Now, not only did the stars of the 500cc class show what they were made of, the youngsters on the 250s and the 2125cc groups as well produced some really close competitive action, giving it their all as you would expect, and also ensuring they enjoyed every minute of being back out on track in front of supporters once again. There were a few eye-opening rides and manoeuvres as well, where the youngsters demonstrated their skill and talent on their machines, and a few names emerging as real bright prospects for the future as well, and names you are right to remember and monitor their progress going forwards as well. So all competitors had done what they could to book their place in their relevant class finals, so let's head back trackside to David Rowe and see who would get their 2020 British Youth Championships off to the ideal dream start.
So William Cairns rides in red, Max Perry in blue, Sonny Springer in white, and Ben Trigger goes in yellow. He was the leading scorer with 11 points from the qualifying races. They get underway with the 125cc A final. Away they go, and Cairns makes a good start in red, but Ben Trigger tries to go around the outside in yellow, gets squeezed out by Sonny Springer. There's trouble for Max Perry, who won his last 3 rides on the start line. He doesn't get going, so nothing for him in the final. It's Cairns in red with the advantage, and they scrap on for second with Sonny Springer in white. Ben Trigger again trying that outside run, but he was the top scorer. Ben Trigger coming in, but looks set to miss out in the final. William Cairns, who scores 7 from his qualifying rides, may well be set to take the big prize in the final here at the 125cc's. He leads from Sonny Springer. Ben Trigger losing ground as the races continued. So William Cairns had made the start from the inside. There was mechanical failure to really frustrate Max Perry off of gate number 2, and with 1 lap to go, William Cairns here has it over Sonny Springer with Ben Trigger in 3rd place. That may well be the 1-2-3 and the 1-2-5 category. They come round turns 3 and 4 for the final time after a really sharp start from the inside and a tidy ride. It's William Cairns who wins the opening round of the 125s here at Scunthorpe. William Cairns takes it. 2nd place goes to Sonny Springer, and in 3rd place Ben Trigger. Super effort by the 11-year-old William Cairns to take it there from the inside gate. Max Perry suffering frustration on the start line. Sonny Springer takes 2nd spot with that one, and Ben Trigger in 3rd after scoring 11 points from the qualifying rides. 3rd place overall for Ben Trigger. But William Cairns, the winner of the 125cc section. Well done to him. So here we go with the final of the 250cc section. William Hockenach riding in red, Ashton Vale goes in blue, Luke Harrison rides in white, and Max James rides in yellow. Max James scoring a maximum 12 points in the qualifying races. Luke Harrison finished 2nd in all 4 of his qualifying rides. They had a fabulous battle in the 2nd race of this section. The riders in white and yellow. Here we go with the final then of the 250cc section. They get underway, and it's a good start by Max James in yellow, and Luke Harrison has missed the start, finding himself at the back, so Max James here has the advantage. Ashton Vale in 2nd place has been very tidy indeed throughout the afternoon, and here comes the run round the outside of Luke Harrison. Can he get round the outside there? No, he's squeezed out. Luke Harrison completely squeezed out there. Ashton Vale in 3rd, it's Hockenach in 2nd position, so Max James looks set to take this one, go through the car. Battle still between Ashton Vale and Luke Harrison for the 3rd place. To come off the 4th bend, he's moved through Luke Harrison into 3rd. It looks like Ashton Vale slowed down there off the turn, but Max James still race leads, won his 4 qualifying races, and has got just over a lap to go to complete things in the 250s. Still trouble for Ashton Vale at the back. He's losing ground with mechanical trouble. They start the last lap with Max James out in front, William Hockenach in 2nd position, and Luke Harrison in 3rd. Max James wide off turn 2, picks up plenty of drive, picks up plenty of speed. There's trouble there on the top turn for Hockenach, and Ashton Vale and Harrison will go through, and Vale might get 3rd, but the winner is Max James, and the 3rd place is just in the end Ashton Vale. Very unfortunate for William Hockenach, who couldn't quite make it to the line and has come down just short of the line. Real frustration. You can see what the frustration there for him, because the 2nd place has gone in that incident there. Something went wrong going into event 3, but no doubt about the overall winner, Max James, who's gone through the card. Luke Harrison has eventually come through in 2nd place, finished 2nd in all of his 5 rides today. They are the top 2, and Ashton Vale, despite some mechanical trouble, will get 3rd overall from the unlucky William Hockenach on the last bend of the final. Quite a dramatic finish, that 250cc race, but no doubt that Max James has been the class of the field throughout the afternoon. He's gone through the card, and Max James wins the 250cc section.
Ashton Vale, winner's time 63.16. 63, Dan Thompson in blue.
So the 500cc final of the British Youth Championship first round here at Scunthorpe. Archie Freeman riding in red, it's Dan Thompson going in blue, it's Joe Thompson in white, and it's Jordan Palin going in yellow. Palin unbeaten with 4 rides and 4 wins. He goes in yellow off the outside gate. Joe Thompson, who dropped just 1 point from 4 rides, he's in white. Dan Thompson, 3 second places and 1 win in blue. And Archie Freeman in red, who scored 7 points from 4 rides, a third, followed by 3 second places. The 500cc final, what's been a really enjoyable afternoon's racing here at Scunthorpe. Who is going to be the 500cc winner? They get underway, and Pagan's got the advantage, and Dan Thompson takes quite a good one, tries to move out on turn 1. He's done so, and Pagan is down heavily into the fence on turn 2, and Jordan Pagan is down. He made quite a good start there off gate 4, but Dan Thompson moved him out, and Jordan Pagan went into the fence off turn 2. He's okay, that's good to see, and we'll await the verdict of referee Graham Flint after drama in the grand final of the 500cc. The main thing is that Jordan Pagan is up and okay and walking in. Quite a heavy get off there. It was Dan Thompson who'd come through from gate 2 to move him out. Whether there was any contact there, we'll have to wait and see, and what the referee will do, we'll have to wait and see, because there are no exclusion lights or disqualification lights on just as yet. Pagan walking in. Quite a start there to the 500cc final. We await the referee's verdict. So it will be all 4 back for the 500cc final. Referee Graham Flint making that call. All 4 back, and Jordan Pagan, who came down on turn 2, they've repaired the air fence, and we now move on to the rerun with Jordan Pagan in yellow once again. Joe Thompson alongside him in white, Dan Thompson in blue, and Archie Freeman in red. The 500cc final, take 2 of the British Youth Championship here at Scunthorpe. They get underway. Pagan lifts off the outside, but in fact Dan Thompson's missed the start completely, and Pagan has the advantage. Archie Freeman goes through into second, and Thompson's left in third and fourth, so Pagan with the advantage. Freeman in second place. Dan Thompson in blue has moved through into third ahead of his brother. Archie Freeman pegs the inside, coming off turn 4, still holding both Thompsons at bay for now. Dan Thompson in blue tries to make his way around the outside. He's done so, he's moved through into second place, but Pagan's peering off out in front. It's Pagan from Dan Thompson. It's still Freeman in third, being chased by Joe Thompson halfway through the race, and Dan Thompson beginning to make some ground, but Jordan Pagan, who was in the fence on turn 2 in the first staging, looks like he's got it here as Joe Thompson moves through into third inside Freeman, and with 1 lap to go, Dan Thompson moving in here to challenge Jordan Pagan. It's Pagan from Dan Thompson. Joe Thompson in third place. Half a lap for Jordan Pagan into turn 3 and 4. He goes with Dan Thompson trying the big one around the outside on turns 3 and 4. Going to be a race to the finishing line here. It's Pagan and Dan Thompson. Pagan gets it. Jordan Pagan wins it. Big scrap on for third too, with Freeman coming back at Joe Thompson. That was close for third, but Jordan Pagan has come out of the fence on turn 2. He's come and won the rerun, and Dan Thompson's chase in vain in the end. He has to be content with second place overall. Terrific battling there in the final. We've seen a terrific meeting here at Scunthorpe all day, with the youngsters really giving it plenty, and some of the biggest talents on show there for the years to come in British Speedway. Jordan Pagan, the defending champion at 500cc level, has won the opener here on his home championship track of Scunthorpe. Dan Thompson chasing hard as he made a really poor start. He tried to reel him in, couldn't quite make it. Palin won the race to the finishing line, and Jordan Palin doing several laps of wheelies here to celebrate as he takes the victory. Hopefully more rounds to come later in the season as well. And Archie Freeman did indeed get the third place there from Joe Thompson. That was a good scrap too in the end, because Joe Thompson had indeed come through into third at one point, but Archie Freeman got him back with a good move off the final turn. There was a scrap for the win and a scrap for third place, and Archie Freeman came through for that third place. But Jordan Pagan the winner, holding off Dan Thompson, and Archie Freeman in third overall in the 500cc. It's a big well done to all the riders here this afternoon for putting on a terrific show. Lots of good racing at all levels of this youth championship, and also to all the officials and the promotion for getting it on and proving we can get live sport back in the UK and back in British Speedway. Hopefully more to come in the weeks to follow. Some great action here, and many congratulations to Jordan Pagan, the winner of the opening round of the British Youth Championship at 500cc level.
Sonny Springer, William Kearns, Jack Shimbo, Ace Piper, the 125.
500cc winner Jordan Pagan here. Jordan, great day for you. You went through the card. Great to win on your home track.
Yeah, definitely. I wanted to come here and show the fans what I could do, because they have signed for him last year, but they obviously don't know much about me. So I came here, show them what I could do, and I pulled that off, I believe. So it was a great night for me and my team.
Tell us about that final, first of all, the first running when you finally up in the fence on the second bend.
Yeah, it was a bit of racing between me and Thompson's. It's all love really, but it's just what it is. So I remember that, yeah, and it was tough racing, but we got it in the end and it was a good result.
And then in the rerun, were you aware that Dan Thompson was closing on that last lap? It got quite close.
Yeah, it was close racing, but that's what the fans want really, so it was good to put on a little show, and it was definitely good to get the victory tonight.
We saw some great racing between the three of you last season in the National League. It's going to be a rivalry, I think, that's going to carry on for a while.
Yeah, it's definitely going to go throughout my career. It's been since we were on the little bikes on the 125 straight to now, so I'm sure it won't end anytime soon, and we'll be chasing each other's back wheels all season and the rest of it.
Must be great to get some competitive racing done. It's been such a tough time for everyone, and to actually get out in front of a great crowd here today, must have really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've been doing so many laps just practicing, but it's just not the same as racing with the tapes down and 3 other riders, so I think it was very good for the fans to come here and give them something to watch and something to enjoy while they've been sat inside for all this time, so yeah, it was good.
If there are no more meetings, then you are 500cc champion once again, but I would think you're all going to want to go again, hopefully more meetings at more tracks.
Yeah, definitely. The more meetings, the better. So if it is a one-off, that's a bonus. But I'll obviously keep pushing for that British title.
Well done today. Great stuff. Go on.
So a huge well done to all of the youngsters involved in the opening round of the 2020 British Youth Championships, and of course big congratulations to the 4 winners of the 4 relevant classes as well: Billy Budd, William Cairns, Max James and Jordan Palin. And as we saw in the final of the 500cc's there, Jordan Palin, who was a signing for the Scunthorpe Scorpions in the 2020 Championship season, don't forget, he did hold on to take the checkered flag despite some big pressure coming from Dan Thompson, who recovered from a fairly slow start by his own high standards. But like I say, a huge well done to all the youngsters who put on a great show for the lucky spectators who were present at the Eddie Wright Raceway, and also a big well done to everyone involved in the running of that meeting at Scunthorpe yesterday as well. I know, speaking to people who were there, thoroughly enjoyed seeing live Speedway once again, and it ran very swiftly indeed as well. Don't forget, there are plans ongoing to hopefully stage further rounds of the British Youth Championships, and you can keep up to date with all the latest news on that on the official British Speedway website, speedwaygb.co.uk. And of course, our social media channels once again on Twitter at SpeedwayGB. Search Speedway GB on Facebook, give us a follow on Instagram at Official British Speedway, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, search Speedway Great Britain. Now, we are taking a couple of weeks breaks from the Monday night Speedway broadcast, but we are returning in September with another classic throwback. So keep your eyes on our social media channels and the website for full details of that. In the meantime, do stay safe, be sensible, look after yourselves, and I will catch you back very soon indeed.